Hey guys, this is problem number 2, falling objects. If you notice at the beginning, top of the problem, I have my kinematic equations, which you need to know, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Put them in order. But if you notice, the first thing I did was I have x's. Since Mary hits a volleyball so that it moves with initial velocity of 6 meters straight upward, all our x's should become y naughts. So let's take a moment and change those. As you can see, we now changed the y's, the x's to y's, so we're in the vertical direction. It says Mary, the volleyball starts 2 meters above the floor, therefore my 2 meters is my initial position. I want to know how long will it be in the air before it strikes the floor. Well, the floor is back at the ground zero. I'll draw a picture in just a second so you can see what we're talking about. But the typical ideal is that the ball's going to go up and it's going to come back down. You know, the acceleration the whole time is negative 9.8 meters per second squared because gravity goes down. Now, I need an equation that does not have a VF, a T, and we see right off the bat that it's going to be the first one. But this one's going to be interesting because let's see what kind of equation we have. I have a y naught, my yf is going to be 0. Let's change that to math mode. I know my y naught is going to be 2. I know I have a plus, my v naught is 6. T plus 1 half. AT, my a is what? Negative 9.8. And then we have a what? T squared. The problem that most of you guys are going to have with this is that this is a quadratic equation, and you got to go back to algebra 2 and remember how to solve a quadratic equation. Let's go ahead and clean this up a little bit. Anytime I do a quadratic equation, I like everything to be on the left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply take this piece right here that's highlighted is negative 4.9. When it crosses the bridge, it becomes 4. It becomes 4.9 t squared. And back that up and put that squared properly. Squared minus what? 6t minus 2 equals 0. Whenever you solve a quadratic, everything goes left, set it equal to 0. Now, if you remember from the beast is, let me hit a pause here. You know, my a, back up, my a equals what? 4.9. My b equals negative. Hold on a second. I'm going to put a little space there. That's what I'm looking for. This is called an M space. My b is equal to minus 6. And then my c equals to negative 2. So now we're going to insert the quadratic equation, which says y equals, since I'm looking for, t equals, since I'm looking for t equals minus b. Let's do it this way. Let's make the whole thing a fraction. Remember, minus b plus a minus plus slash minus what? Square root b squared minus what? 4ac. Alright. And here comes 2a. Got it? So that's going to confuse some people, so let's get rid of that. That's the quadratic equation. So now when you substitute your numbers in, let's see what we get. I know I have t equals, I'm going to highlight this, I'm going to copy it because I don't feel like copying all that, paste it. My b is negative 6, so that becomes a what? Parentheses minus 6. This becomes a what? Minus 6 squared. This becomes a what? 4.9, parentheses, my c is a what? 4.9, close, open, minus 2, right? And everything divided by 2 times what? 4.9. Okay, I'm going to get rid of the plus because when I take a quadratic equation, you get two solutions. Let's get the first solution first, 1.57. Now we're going to do it again. Do it again. We're going to copy it. We're going to paste it. And now we're going to get the minus the negative side. Got a negative value. Now that makes sense because I'm going to show you something in just a second where you're going to see why it has a negative. And most math teachers explain that, but I'm going to show you. Obviously, now you know I like my t's to be separate instead of having an equation with more than one equal sign. So now that tells me that go ahead and put my units in here. We know we're going to round to 2 decimals, so we're just going to back off of these. This 7 makes that 49 or what? 50. Cool. Now we have positive time, we got negative time. Does it make sense to have negative time? No. Therefore our t should be what? 1.5 seconds. So let's see where it's going to be at 1.5.